Hello everyone. So the purpose of this video today is to talk to you about my current favourite drugstore foundations. Now, I've tried quite a lot of drugstore foundations in the past, and these are just the ones that currently I am using the most and I tend to find the best. So first of all, I'm going to talk to you about the L'Oreal Lumi Magique. So I really like this foundation because it's really light on the skin. It feels really natural. It's really nice to wear, and I also like the fact that it gives you a sort of lit from within look as well. It's quite light infusing, and it does say on light infusing foundation, flawless skin as if lit from within, liquid light technology. So I really do like this foundation, and I use shade Rose Porcelain, which I think is the fairest one, which tends to be the colour I seem to go for. It's the palest in all foundations because I am very pale skinned anyway, and it has got SPF 18 in it as well, which is okay. You know, it's not a high level of SPF, but for the days when it's not, you know, bright sunshine, which in the United Kingdom we very rarely get days where you do have a lot of sun, so it's quite good anyway. So yeah, this has been a favourite of mine for quite a while, and it's one that, you know, I tend to purchase quite often. So yeah, I do like that foundation. That's a good one. And another one that I like is the Revlon Nearly Naked. Okay, so in this one I use shade Ivory, once again the fairest shade, and I like this one because, especially on days where I don't have many blemishes, it does just make your skin look like your skin. It doesn't look like foundation, which I think is quite important when you're choosing a foundation. You don't want it to look obviously caked on. Well, at least I don't anyway. I know there's people out there which do like heavier coverage, and certain days, especially around that time of the month where I do have more breakouts, then I do tend to go for a more heavier coverage foundation. But I do like this one just for, you know, really natural coverage, and just for really natural looking skin. It does what it says on the tin, really. And this one's got an SPF of 20 in it, which is pretty good if you ask me. It's quite a good SPF, and yeah, it is a really nice foundation, and it's quite recent as well. It's quite a new one that Revlon have just brought out. So sticking with Revlon, another foundation that I like is the Revlon Photo Ready. Now they do this in a mousse form as well, which I haven't actually tried. This is just a liquid form that they do. I use 002 Vanilla, and I do like this because it does make your skin look pretty airbrushed. It does cover most flaws. I think Revlon do a Colour Ready foundation, which is more of a full coverage. I don't think this is full. I'd say this is more medium coverage, but you could build it to full if you just added a little bit more to areas that you needed to. But yeah, I really like this foundation, and especially if you apply it with, you know, like a stipple brush or a similar foundation brush, it does give you a really good finish. As I say, I haven't tried the mousse, but that is something that I would like to try, because I do really like this foundation, so I'm sure the mousse foundation will be just as good. And moving on to the Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid. This one. Now I also like this one for the same reasons really that I like the Revlon Photo Ready. This one is, it says on the tin, air whipped foundation, airbrush finish, and that is pretty much what it gives you. It does give you a really nice finish. Same thing again, I wouldn't say it was full coverage, I'd say it was more medium but buildable, or even light to medium. If you just wanted to put a very thin layer on, it's not going to give you an enormous amount of coverage, but then not everyone wants full coverage, so that's great. I'm shade 004, which is light porcelain, and yeah, it just makes your skin feel really luxurious. You know, it breathable as well. You know, it doesn't feel like it's clogging your pores or sitting, you know, really heavily on your skin, which is another thing I like with foundations. I don't want to feel like I'm wearing foundation. I want to feel like my skin's breathing underneath. And anyone out there with my type of skin, which is combination, leaning towards, you know, blemish prone, I wouldn't say acne, but, you know, definitely prone to blemishes, I don't want to put makeup on that as the day wears on is going to feel like it's just sitting and clogging in my pores. I want my skin to feel like it's breathing and letting its own natural oils come through without looking shiny, which I know is quite difficult, but obviously depending on what you use before you put your foundation on, it's going to depend how well it stays throughout the day. And then lastly, I've got the ELF. Now I don't know whether it's ELF or ELF. I always say ELF, but I'm probably calling it by the wrong name. But it's their Flawless Finish Foundation. And this is an SPF of 15, so you know, mid-range in the SPF, but still good that they've included it. And it also specifies on it that it's oil-free, which is really good, once again, for my type of skin. Now, I absolutely love this foundation, and I'd probably say out of all 5 that I've talked about, that this is my favourite one. It really does give you a flawless finish. It is amazing. Now, I don't think you can buy ELF in store. I think it's just an online stockist. Anyone out there knows any different, please let me know. But ELF is just such a good range. They have a lot of products, a lot of brushes, and they are so cheap. I think this foundation was £6. I think I placed a £30 order and I received about 10 or 11 items, which is just amazing. I've got like 2 tinted moisturisers, foundation, eyeliners, highlighters, blusher, bronzer. Really good value, and the products themselves for the price are really good. And I found this foundation, it's light to medium coverage, I'd say, but it does give good coverage. You know, it covers any blemish marks. It doesn't fully cover blemishes, you know, you do need to conceal them, but it's just the finish that it gives the skin. Your skin just looks so natural, and it just looks really luminous, which for me is another thing I like to go for with foundations. And it's quite difficult because you're sort of running a fine line between looking oily, especially when you've got combination oily, blemish prone skin, and looking luminous. And I think this one provides like the perfect balance with it being oil free but also being the flawless finish as well. And I am shade Porcelain in this one, so once again the fairest shade. And anyone who's watched my solution for making your foundations paler video will know about my Face Atelier. If you haven't watched it, please go and watch it and you will find out what I'm talking about. All of these foundations mix really well with the Face Atelier 0- foundation. So as of yet, with only receiving the Face Atelier a couple of days ago, I've only tried it with the Revlon Photo Ready and with the ELF foundation, and it worked brilliantly with both. Because even though they're the palest shades that these foundations offer, for me they're still not quite pale enough. So I do need to sort of help them along and make them a little bit paler. Now if anyone's wondering what foundation or what makeup I'm wearing today, please do ask me. Funnily enough, it's not any of these foundations. I've tried a different combination today of foundation, which I think's worked really well, but if anyone out there likes the look of the makeup I've got on, please do question. Anyone's got any further questions about any of the foundations that I've talked about, or I've not really explained anything properly, please let me know. Also, if you'd like to see me doing any makeup application, if you would like to see me applying any of these foundations, or if you'd like to see any colour swatches or anything like that, once again please let me know. Yeah, I think that's it really. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and once again please leave any comments, good or bad, and I will get back to you. Thank you very much.